An influencer has recently apologized after sharing a TikTok of her puppy with its head stuck in a jar. KSI gets called out for using transgender slurs, and Marvel's Mackie gets cancelled for an old video of his that has recently resurfaced online. But first, if you could please do us a big favor and tap that like button to show some love to the channel, we would really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's just dive right into today's video. So first things first, let's talk about this problematic TikToker who got into some serious trouble after her puppy got its head stuck in a jar. Yes, that actually happened. Laren Kettering, who has over 6 million followers on TikTok, posted an apology and an explanation after receiving backlash for laughing as she filmed her dog Rocky getting his head stuck in a jar of treats. Although many called the clip an example of animal abuse and said that the puppy wouldn't be able to breathe properly with its head stuck in a jar, with many others commenting that it was sick for Kettering to not even attempt at helping him get the jar off. After getting slammed in the comment section for the video, she immediately deleted it and went live on Instagram to explain that her dog does stuff like this all the time. In her video explaining what happened, she says, "It was only for the clip that you guys saw, and we threw it away to the trash chute at the time to where he can't get it." Now, many people said that they understand having an overactive dog, but as a pet owner, it is 100% your responsibility to monitor your dog and make sure that they don't harm themselves. One user even dropped some advice with a side of shade and said, "When those situations happen, help it instead of laughing at it struggling. I hope she learns from the situation, because if not, then she shouldn't have a dog at all." In response, Kettering said, "There's space for him to get out. I would never do anything bad to my dog. If you know me, you know that. I am not an animal abuser." She also went on to say that people are entitled to have their own opinions and feelings, but the messages she was receiving were uncalled for. Either way, hopefully she learns from this whole incident. In other news, KSI is being called out for being transphobic in YouTube videos and while live streaming. While the British YouTuber is no stranger to controversy and drama, he is now being criticized alongside Minecraft star Funny for a series of inappropriate jokes they made online. Throughout his career on YouTube, KSI has been met on a number of occasions with immense Twitter backlash after claims that he is transphobic. Although KSI himself seems to not really understand at all where people are coming from. In one tweet he said, "Hold up, people actually think I'm transphobic?" Now this one tweet was actually followed up by a now deleted tweet where he used transgender slurs again, even in his apology. See, KSI tweeted, "My bad for saying and other transgender slurs. Honestly, didn't even know they were slurs. I know now though. Man's educating himself." He then replaced that inflammatory tweet with an edited version and said yet again, "My bad for saying transgender slurs. Honestly, didn't even know they were slurs. I know now though." So far, KSI hasn't commented on the situation any further than this, but it looks like his comment section is going to repeatedly hold him accountable. And in our last bit of news, we have a recent controversy surrounding Marvel actor Mackie. Back in 2015, while appearing on Wendy Williams, Anthony was quoted by Hot 107.9 Atlanta as saying, "A woman's role is to make daddy a sandwich." Mackie would later justify this sentence in that same interview by saying that women equally expect a man to do certain things. He said that if they were out on a date and he didn't open the car door, you better believe that this would be a problem. Or if they went out on a date to a fancy restaurant and he said, "Let's split the bill," that also would be viewed as unacceptable to most. So in his eyes, asking for his significant other to make him a sandwich doesn't feel like that big of a stretch. I mean, I kind of see where he's coming from, but my issue is with the generalization of that statement. Saying a woman's role is to do anything is such a broad brushstroke, and considering that the dynamic of every relationship is unique in its own way. Lots of women have no problem paying for dinner or opening their own door, and for him to spout off about how a woman should and should not behave is a little bit of a reach. Now, some people think he should be canceled over this, and others are just making fun of the fact that people are coming after him for this old interview clip. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this story though, so make sure you leave me a comment down below. And while you ponder that, let's check out some of your previous comments from the video titled, "YouTubers find human skull, Demi Lovato is angry, and the world's first space hotel is here." Garnett97 says, "If I found a human skull, I definitely wouldn't make a video and post it. I find it to be very disrespectful and in poor taste altogether to someone else's remains on social media. I agree 100%, hence why I blurred it in the thumbnail." Britt says, "Love your reporting, Johnny, keep it up." Thank you so much, Britt, I really appreciate comments like that. Zoe Carson says, "That's not good. We've had a lot of missing people this year in the UK." Damn, I did not know that. That is definitely not good then. Anthony says, "We're all born naked and the rest is drag." Facts though, this is facts. Funky Goose World says, "This generation will go down in memory as a hateful and rage-fueled bunch. I'm just embarrassed." Look, I actually don't think that this is anything new, so don't blame your generation. There have always been people filled with rage and hate. The only difference is that now the internet exists and they can just air their grievances on Twitter whenever they want. Things will turn around. You just need to seek positivity and good vibes. But that has been today's video, and thank you guys so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube.